Hello everyone, welcome to this week's story time. Big shout out to everyone. Hope you've been having a great week. Let's see what's on today's agenda. Also, thank you to Drea Motorsport for my super cool shirt. If you're not doing anything this Saturday night, come down to Calder Park to watch the drifting. Watch this crazy man in action. Pretty excited. I've bought something. Let's see what we're talking about today. Whew. Nothing like getting straight into it on a Monday. We're talking about anal sex. So, I don't get embarrassed often, but this might be a little bit of an embarrassing story. So anyway, not an anal virgin, have been there, done that. So the first time I actually had anal sex was a couple of years ago. I met this guy while I was away on holidays, and he came over to Perth and we went out and got drunk and hung out together, and one thing led to another, and we ended up back at his house, and yeah, well, you know, these things happen. And I was quite drunk at the time and maybe had a vomit in Shafter Lane, and then a bit more of a vomit later. But anyway, he still found me attractive. So that's, yeah. Anyway, I messaged my friend and I was like, I think I just had anal sex. Am I ever going to be able to poo again? And she laughed and she's like, yep, you're fine. And so the guy, he was asleep next to me, sleeping, and so I messaged her and I'm like, I think I'm going to sneak out. And she's like, no, you can't sneak out. But I decided that I was going to sneak out anyway. So it was probably about 11 o'clock at night. I got my underwear and I got my dress and I snuck out. I just left, didn't look in any mirrors, just snuck out to go home. And in the lift, there was a guy in there and he goes, oh, are you all right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, thank you. And then I walked out to get a taxi. We were in Northbridge. For anyone that is not from Perth, there's this park and they call it Prostitute Park because where all the prostitutes hang out. I had to walk through Prostitute Park to get a taxi. So I walked through there, everyone looking at me and I'm like, what's going on? Do they all know that I have, do they know that I just had anal sex? Is it written on my head? I just got anal sexed. I don't know. Anyway, I got in the taxi and the taxi driver was like, oh, are you all right? And I'm like, yes, I'm fine, thank you. Just take me home. So the taxi whisked me away home, and on walking into my house, there was a hall stand with a mirror in it. And as I walked in the front door, I understood why they were asking if I was all right. My dress was ripped, my makeup was all over my face, my lipstick and my mascara all down my face. So yeah, that was the time that I did the anal sex, and that's how everybody knew about it. Probably nobody knew except for me and my best mate, because I asked her if I was going to be able to poo. And happy news, did poo again, all of the pooing, and yeah, so that's the story of the time I did the anal sex. I don't talk to that guy anymore. I think he's got a kid now, so he obviously figured out what was the right hole. Good for him. Yeah, so there is today's story time. I hope you enjoyed it. It was all right, I guess these things happen. So that is all for today. Thanks for joining me. With love and somethings. Miss Gay.